Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Govinda Radhe.
Today we will read together from Vilapa Kusumanjali, from Sri Vilapa Kusumanjali, by Srila Raghunatha Dasa Goswami, and commentary by Anantadas Babaji Maharaj. The verse 17. O you, whose golden hue possesses the pride of the color of a turmeric bulb, scratched by a fingernail, when will you, having, out of great satisfaction, marked my arms with your emblems of good fortune that are anointed with your very lovely footleg, bestow the service of your lotus feet on me? I repeat the verse. O you, whose golden hue, hue means a color tone. O you, whose golden hue possesses the pride of the color of a turmeric bulb, scratched by a fingernail, when will you, having, out of great satisfaction, marked my arms with your emblems of good fortune that are anointed with your very lovely footleg, bestow the service of your lotus feet on me? Notes. Srimati Radhika is very satisfied with Sri Raghunath Dasa's limitlessly eager prayer for devotional service in the last verse. Sri Raghunath Das laments, I don't wish to be acquainted with anyone who is not related with you in this world. Let the whole world know that I have nobody else but you. Everyone will understand that Tulasi is Sri Radhika's maidservant.
You see, read again this line.
Yeah. I don't wish to be acquainted with anyone who is not related with you in this world.
Who not related with you, I don't want to relate with them. What is my business if he is not related with you?
Let the whole world know that I have nobody else but you.
Only whole world knows this, no problem. Only you. This is ananyata. This is ekanistha. Full faith, 1 point.
Let the whole world know that I have nobody else but you. Everyone will understand that Tulasi is Sri Radhika's maidservant.
Wow.
The eternal spiritual absorption of Sri Raghunath Das is unadulterated. Tanuvan manubir aham tavasmi. I am yours with body, mind, and words. I am not just quiet, hidden maidservant. I want to be your marked maidservant.
That should be the wish in our life. Everybody knows that I am your maidservant. That is it. Read again.
I am yours with body.
Whole line, read again.
The eternal spiritual absorption of Sri Raghunath Das is unadulterated.
That is Jiva Avisa. Yesterday, Gauranga Sundar is sharing about this. And Gauranga Sundar will share on this. Read that line, very important. Read.
I read again, and Gora Sundara,
Yeah,
when you have time to share again out.
yeah, yeah.
So the eternal spiritual absorption of Sri Raghunatha's is unadulterated. I am yours.
It's completely, it's flowing. There is no any interruption in his heart, in his mind, in his connection with Shrimati Radhika. Nothing and no one can interrupt his consciousness that he is Radhika's maidservant. Like Gurudev said, it's ekanta, ekeha, ekka bhakta, ekanta bhakta, one-pointed.
I am yours with body, mind, and words. I am not just your quiet, hidden maidservant. I want to be your marked maidservant.
Also, this is the symptom of someone who is completely focused with all his identity, inner and external identity, body, mind, and words to beloved Ishtadev. And such kind of person has such a determination that he doesn't want to become hidden maidservant. Raghunath doesn't want to hide from anyone and say, no, I'm not Radharani's maidservant. I know all around me are Vishnu's devotees, Krishna's devotees. I'm afraid, I'm shy, I'm hiding myself. No, I'm so proud about my Swamini that I don't want to hide myself. I want that everyone knows that I completely belongs to Swamini. And I don't care what they will speak about me. And every opportunity which I have, I will glorify her. And I don't care if they are angry on me because I am glorifying my Radhika. So this is some of the symptoms of someone who is one-pointed or a Kanta devotee. Baba very nicely said in the previous words, 16 words, Raghunath established firmly himself like Radharani's maidservant. And he said, thank you very much for your offering to become your girlfriend. But I will rather stay always near to your lotus feet and always serve you like your maidservant. So he established firmly himself, openly, without duplicity. And then verse 17 starts. Now he first established himself, or herself also we can say, and now he wants to be marked. This is the tilak. I want that everyone see this tilak of you, my dear Radharani, on me. Marked all my body with your reddish foot lac. This is why devotees are wearing a tilak. They are putting on the head, but also on all their bodies. They are putting the lotus feet of Radharani. They want to be marked because this is the sign of great mercy of Shri Radhika and her lotus feet. I am this person who boldly taking the shelter of my beloved Swami. And I want that all world, everyone knows that. I don't want to be quiet. I don't care. I want that my tongue is always glorifying Radhika. And in the same time, I don't want close association with those who don't glorify, appreciate my Radhika. So this is the firm decision determination, and this is the sign of greatest loving loyalty. Not because of duty, but because of love. Loyalty because of love. Belonging. I am yours, I am yours, I am yours. First is going this, and then you are mine, you are mine. But first, I want to become completely Radharani's. I said something.
Very beautiful. Perhaps Shananda Maharaj, if you have time to share something.
So Gauranga Sundara explained very nicely. I want to say a little bit. So Mahaprabhu, no, actually Sanatana Goswami was asking Kayami. Then at that time, Mahaprabhu said, Jivera Swarupa Hae Krishnera Nitya Das. But here, so Gauranga said, this identification is more clear, or actually most clear. I'm not Gopi, I would like to, I'm not Gopi, I'm not ordinary Gopi, I'm not ordinary Saki. I'm marked maid servant of Srimati Radharani. And this identification completely fixed one pointed. Gurudev say this kind of anyata, ekanishta, or ekanta bhakta, completely fixing radhika. And then I forgot the verse. Maybe Gauranga, you may remember. Even Raghunatha said, I don't want to go any Vaikuntha if Radharani not there. I don't want to see Krishna without Radhika. Even I don't want to go to Vrindavan if Radhika is not there. I wish to go to place where Radhika is there. This is Raghunatha's feeling, completely fixing. So this is real Manjari Baba, which Gurudev mentioned. That's I'm just feeling. Radhe Radhe.
And this is not philosophy. This is just one pointed, full heart feeling. Love. We can know philosophy from A to Z, but if we miss this point, then we miss all the life. And in the end of Vilapa Kusumanjali, somewhere in the end, some verses, Raghunath is praying to and hoping that Radhika will accept him. And he is saying, what is the use of serving Krishna even, if I don't attain your lotus feet? So this, like Maharaj explained, this is the most clear prayer which very clearly define the position of Gora Bhakta Vrindas, real Gora Bhakta Vrindas, not through words, through knowledge, but through heart, who follow Rupa Raghunatha Pade Hoibe Atuki.
So Gauranga mentioned this marked. This marked is not ordinary mark. This is contain Radhika's dust of lotus feet. Why lotus feet? This may be questioned. Actually, Radhika's lotus feet already red without putting any luck. But still, Manjari want to put red luck, because from red luck, many intimate lila will happening with Mohan. And Mohan make crazy just to carrying Radhika's lotus feet. And he was embracing her lotus feet. Sometimes he was putting on his head. And then he cannot do any service sometimes. And also, and lotus feet, any nectar coming from higher place to low place. Feet means lowest place. Like if some what to say, something, some nectar dropping down. Actually, this nectar coming from lowest part, from highest part to lowest part. So this lotus feet, all nectar of Mahababa, Madanakya Mahababa, this nectar is coming to her lotus feet. And he was so pride. Actually, pride is not good, but only one pride is very good. I'm Radha Dasi. This pride is very wonderful. Actually, ideal. Usually, pride is not good for material speaking, but a spiritual world, one pride is very good. I'm Radha Dasi. I'm marked Radha Dasi. This is so determined. This is so fixing. So, Radhe Radhe.
So, thank you. To be marked also means to receive the same feelings from person from whom we are marked. And Jananda Maharaj said, when we receive the marks from lotus feet, it means that all emotions from the heart of Radhika are stamped directly on her maidservant. And Raghunath wants to be marked with all Radhika's loving emotions, qualities, because he knows this is my only shelter, my only love, life, and this is the only way how I can serve her, not with my feelings, but only when she infuse all her feelings and in that way mark me. Then I can be servant of my beloved Swami. And I don't want any other marks because I don't want any other influences. Gurudev, can you help us?
Beautiful. Nothing more I can say than that. Beautiful.
Always you can say more and more.
This is identification. I am your maidservant. No, or not ordinary marked maidservant. I have no interest to know others, only you. Yeah.
I am yours with body, mind, and words. I am not just your quiet, hidden maidservant. I want to be your marked maidservant.
Wow. Yeah.
This firm loyalty swallows the whole ego.
My ego, I don't need to bother. It will swallow, finish automatically. My false ego. False ego come in my bodily consciousness, and my fixed identification come in spiritual consciousness. So I change my place of living when I decide that I am your marked myself. Simple, very simple, not complicated to understand. I change my place of living. Like I was living in Munger, I changed my place to live in Vrindavan. I born in Munger and I come to Vrindavan. So I changed my place of living. I was identified my body and senses and ego, and I leave it. I am in pride. I got the pride that you are marked, and this pride is spiritual. No efforts, only decision will be change my life.
So Gurudev is proud to be marked, servant of Radhika, make us humble in this material world, indifferent for the material world.
Humble with everyone. Material world and spiritual world is seva sadhak rupena, siddha rupena chatrahi. It become umbrella in my spiritual world. Chatrahi is like an umbrella. When I am sadhak, I have to serve. This is my nature. If not serving, I will not become devotee. These are normal. These are basic thing to be humble. What is the quality of Radhika? It will come to me. I don't need to effort for that.
Everything will come to me
Automatic.
by identification.
Only fixing myself will automatic change my life. Right?
This firm loyalty swallows the whole ego, even in so-called external consciousness. The twanging of the Siddha Swarup is audible. Even then, the devotee covets the service of Sri Radha, means desires. Even then, the devotee desires the service of Sri Radha. He is not even satisfied with dreams, smarana, or visions. He wants the real thing.
Radhe, maybe I just want to say something because Baba is saying very nicely that someone who is focused in his Siddha Deha, Swarup, spiritual identity, when a person is so firmly fixed, then this kind of spiritual consciousness naturally is bursting out and it's audible, visible, even in his external consciousness. And those devotees who are expert rasic devotees, they can notice that. Maybe others not. But for those who are experts in rasa, who are self-realized in rasa, they can recognize, even from external behavior, external talking, walking, working, it can be audible also, how spiritual identity is firmly fixed in the person. He cannot hide that from the expert rasic devotees. So it means that we cannot be pretenders.
So means if the Sarup is not there, we are pretender.
If Swarup is not there, then we are pretender. Or maybe we can say, I understand that I am not fixed in my Swarup, but I don't want to behave like someone and present myself to the others like a pure devotee who is self-realized in his Swarup. So this is the honesty of sadhaka. But if externally I am trying to present myself like very, very high, elevated, self-realized devotee, maybe I can cheat others because I'm cheating myself first. But I cannot cheat my guru, rasic devotees, because they have proper discriminations and visions. This is my understanding. And fear to be pretender.
So, Anandasvaji Maharaj mentioned this Raganuga Bhakti is mental religion. So if we really fixing ourselves in Swarupa Vesh, means we are always meditating, we always thinking and meditating. And then automatically this Radhika's nature come to us. Then this mentioned, in this mentioned, it swallows the false ego. Because of fixing, we are imbued Radhika's feeling, Radhika's Mahabhava, or Radhika's good qualities. And then automatically, if mind is fixing, then automatically bodily behavior and words automatically change. Because our words coming from what we are thinking. If we thinking Radhika, then automatically thinking something who is related with Radhika. But if we thinking material things, then automatically material words is coming out. Also behavior also. If we are thinking always material things, then our behavior become like materially. But if we thinking I'm Radhika's maid servant, then our behavior will be changed. So this is Gurudev mentioned automatically. This is coming by the mercy of Hladini Shakti and Chitta Shakti. So, and especially this is by the mercy of Gurudev and Guru Manjari. Gurudev mentioned Gurudev's work is how to fix disciple to this one pointness. I am Radha Dasi. So this is very much related, fixing ourselves and then word and bodily behavior also automatically change. So,
I change my place of living. I change my place of living. First, I was living in my bodily identification, sense identification, ego identification. That was my practice. Now I change that place. To change the place, effect is there. And I change my place with them different identification. Not old identification. My soul identification is not old identification. But is my real identification, I accept it. Before was false identification. And this real identification, by grace of Swamini and Guru, I got the form also. And this form is prepared for Radha Dasi. It's not a male form, it's a female form. So my all activities naturally change. Before I have a female body, but nature was male. But now, really I got the female body. Nature is not to enjoy, to give to the enjoyer the service to, like a female nature, real female nature. Male body is to enjoy. These tendencies will go because my body is divine body. So I change the place, land of living. And this land of living we have to identify. Why we not become Radha Dasi? Because I identify my old body. I think my ego, my sense enjoyment and everything. And I want to do also Radha Dasi meditation. It's not right. I change my living position, the place, and all thing I change. Different identification. I die here to live there. Where I am living, that from there I die. Why to die? Because again I don't come back. Ping pong. I have to die to live there.
Vrindavan, place of living.
What is I have to become my goal to complete. I have, and where is my Swami? Where I should live? Sri Radha. Clear? Go on. Please.
He is not even satisfied with dreams, smarana, or visions. He wants the real thing. Even in external consciousness, Raghunath Das strongly feels the absence of Swamini. So he rolls on the bank of Radhakund and weeps. Not seeing her goddess, the queen of Vrindavan. A certain maidservant who considers her lotus feet the only goal of her life, became very anxious, fell down at the shore of her lake, Radhakund, cried loudly out of pain, and, just to see her beautiful face, sang the following names. Perhaps I repeat this beautiful sentence. Not seeing her goddess, the queen of Vrindavan, a certain maidservant who considers Swamini's lotus feet, the only goal of her life. This maidservant became very anxious, and she fell down at the shore of her lake, Radhakund, and she cried loudly out of pain, and, just to see her beautiful face, sang the following names. Shri Raghunath weeps and prays. Please draw me to your lotus feet, calling me your maidservant. I won't be a quiet maidservant. I will be your marked maidservant.
Bravo.
Just as his feelings of separation make his life airs reach his throat, he attains the vision of a divine pastime. Radha and Mohan sweetly enjoy themselves in a kunj on the bank of Radhakund, and Tulasi watches it through an opening in the wall of vines. After the love play is finished, the surrendered maidservants enter into the kunj. Sri Radhika takes the role of Svadhina Bhartrika, independent lady love, she who controls her lover. There is a quotation, and it's written, Svayatasana Daita Bhavet Svadhina Bhartrika, from Ujjvala Nilamani. A girl whose lover always stands by her in a subdued fashion is called an independent lady love, or Svadhina Bhartrika. Sri Radhika lies down, and the submissive hero sits at her feet, desiring to paint red lacquer on them single-handedly. Unless he has a submissive attitude, he cannot serve. Hence Mohan sits close to Swamini's feet, wanting to anoint them with lac dye. Tulasi holds the brush and a cup with lac in her hands. As tears of love stream from his eyes, our hero begins to paint Swamini's foot soles, thinking, I'm not so fortunate as this footlac that I can stick to her feet the whole day. I repeat the sentence. As tears of love stream from Mohan's eyes, our hero begins to paint Swamini's foot soles, thinking, I am not so fortunate as this footlac that I can stick to her feet the whole day.
Radhe, if I can share something, because this is the Krishna to whom Manjaris wants always to see him in this position, that he is completely depending on Radharani's love. And we can see here how Krishna is putting himself on the strength of Radharani's love. He's putting himself in very submissive position. He's not becoming inferior because of this submissive position, which is usually happening in material life with the two lovers. When someone becomes too much submissive, then he is losing his power, his position. But we can see in the realm of pure transcendental love and the exchange of love that this submissiveness helps person to relish more love from beloved. And this is the greatest secret actually in these amorous pastimes, that Radhika is controlling Krishna, but this kind of controlling him is giving him a pleasure. And he wants to be controlled, not because he is a weak person, no, because he's Rasik Shekhar. He knows I can relish her love the most if I take the position of her maidservant or servant. This is the way how I can relish Radharani's love to the utmost. When we are equal, I can relish her love. But when I become completely submissive and sit nearby Radharani's lotus feet, trying to do some seva, to put the red luck, then I can receive and give also to her most love. And no one can fulfill this desire in my heart, which is burning, than Radharani. So voluntary, happily, and humbly, Krishna wants to become submissive to Radharani's love. Pure, selfless waves of love. So this is the power of humility and submissiveness. Without that, we cannot receive the love from persons who really causelessly love us. And same goes in the relationship with Guru and Shishya. How we can receive instructions, how we can receive corrections, how we can receive and understand his love through submissive attitude. And this is humility, humbleness. Like Gurudev said, it's when you love someone, then humility automatically comes. But it's not possible in conditioned state of consciousness and life, because false ego is blocking this submissiveness and natural humility. I just want to say this.
Beautiful. And also, I want to little share this here. Anandas Baba mentioned, unless he has a submissive attitude, he cannot serve.
Yeah,
So,
very beautiful.
so Gauranga says, so Krishna actually, Radhikada Prema Guru Amishishyanat. Radhika's prema make him very submissive. And Mohan want to taste, to know this Radhika's love. So therefore, he became a position of servitor of Radhika. This is actually, I feel this is why Mohan Krishna become Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But in this case, Mohan could not serve properly. Maybe later on, Anandas Baba mentioned, because of his identity, I'm enjoyer, I'm lover. So this he wants to learn this submissiveness and humbleness. And actually, in this Krishna, this submissiveness to Radhika is only we could find out in Braja and Nikunja or Nibrit Nikunja, very, very intimate pastime. Who can see in this pastime I think only Radhika's maid servant, they can see. They are viewer and they can see and they become very happy because Manjari always want to see Radhika's supremacy. Krishna Bhakta want to see Krishna's supremacy. But Radhika's maid servants, they want to see Radhika's supremacy. Krishna submissive to Radhika. This Swadhina Bhartrika, this is one of very, very, I say, Radhika's control. Radhika's love control moha. So this is very beautiful place. Radhe Radhe.
Everyone says that I am non-different from my name. So let my name stay on her foot soles then. Mohan then begins to write Radha's name on the sides. Oh, I'm so sorry. I repeat correctly. Mohan then begins to write his name on the sides of Swamini's feet and becomes overwhelmed by the beauty of his own name written in red lacquer. Thinking, alas, even my name is more fortunate than me. Srila Prabodhananda Saraswati writes in Radha Rasa Sudhanidhi 201, I praise Sri Hari, who is the embodiment of profoundly enchanting spiritual flavor, who is gladdened by a wonderful, great festival of play, and whose head that is decorated with a beautiful peacock feather rolls at Sri Radha's feet. Tulasi enjoys to see Sri Hari's zeal in decorating her Swamini, and she giggles, covering her mouth with her veil. Seeing Tulasi giggling, Swamini says, "What's going on?" And she kicks Tulasi for punishment on the arms with her foot, and this foot that has the wet lac still on it. I repeat, seeing Tulasi giggling, Swamini says, "What's going on?" and kicks Tulasi for punishment on the arms with her foot that has the wet lac still on it. Fortunate Tulasi.
So this is loving punishment. When you really love someone, then you can chastise that person. So when Guru is loving someone, he's sometimes chastising disciple. Otherwise, why he should chastise? But this is the sign of love.
And
mark.
Yeah. Yes, he marked it.
Yeah.
He cannot keep neutral relation. He has to mark.
To establish natural relationship and continue natural relationship. But we cannot take it from the level of false ego. If we take it from the level of false ego, then we will not understand the essential point. Chastisement because of love, because of caring for us. And this is a rebellious mood of conditioned soul.
And also this is showing us how intimate relationship Tulasi and Swamini. So this intimacy is one of secret in Raga Bhakti.
Wow. Yeah.
You have to be very intimate with someone to kick him with the foot. It's not the same if you kick him with the hand, but with the foot. This is great intimacy. Radha, thank you.
Without changing position of my consciousness, we cannot realize it. Jai Shri Ram.
Swamini kicks Tulasi for punishment on the arms with her foot that has the wet luck still on it. Fortunate Tulasi thus has the auspicious signs like the flag, thunderbolt, barleycorn, chariot, conch shells, etc. The auspicious signs of Swamini's foot soles printed on her shoulders through the foot leg. Swamini does not kick everyone like this. It is a sign of intimacy.
Yeah.
And with these auspicious signs, Tulasi proudly goes from kunj to kunj. Let everyone see that I am Sri Radha's marked maidservant. Then, suddenly, the revelation vanishes and Sri Raghunath cries, "Ah, Radhe, when will you print these auspicious marks on my shoulders?" Prema is mixed with this foot leg. Therefore, Sri Raghunath uses the words Ati Shulalita Laksha. It is very charming because of the love it contains. Not when it is applied by us maidservants, but when it is applied by your lover. Will the hearts of us maidservants be pleased if he is not submissive to you? He who feels himself blessed when he even once catches the breeze coming from your flapping veil.
So again here, Radhe, we can see how someone who is firmly established like Radharani's maidservant, like Raghunath here, and also Anantadas Baba. Because only someone who is established in Manjari Baba can speak so fixedly and firmly and boldly. We like Krishna, but only because he is submissive to you. This is not Gopi Bhav. This is not Sakhi Bhav. This is only possible to happen in the heart and consciousness of someone who is firmly fixed in Manjari Bhav. Sometimes Krishna's devotees, they don't like this to hear. But maidservants are getting so much pleasure when they see how he is submissive to Radhika, because they know his heart better than anyone. Manjaris know that Krishna is taking the most pleasure by sitting nearby Radharani's lotus feet and trying to serve that lotus feet. And they are doing it in Nikunja Nivritti, very confidential, intimate place where only Radha, Krishna, and Manjaris are allowed to be. So this is the question of mood. And everything what sadhaka is doing has to have some specific mood of his heart. We say bhav. And this is the reason why Raghunath, completely fixed in Manjari Bhav, wants to be marked with the signs of Radharani's lotus feet. When she lovingly kicks him on the shoulders, on the head, he wants to be marked that everyone can see, I am Radharani's maidservant. I cannot live without her. I am her shadow. And all her beautiful signs from her feet, I want on my whole body. I was meditating on these signs, but now I don't want only visualization, meditation. I want that this happened real to me. I want her kick directly on my body, because in that way she will infuse me with all her emotions and prem. I just want to say that, Radhe.
So very beautiful, Goranga. And I want a little bit to share. Here, Anandas Baba mentioned Ati Surarita Laksha. This, I was interested in this mention, Surarita. We may say Ati Larita Laksha. Especially here mentioned, Su means very, extremely attractive. And then Ananda Baba say, why? Love it contained. This love may be Mohan love for Radhika and Radhika's love for Tulasi. And this is, I feel, this is like a prasada. So, therefore, Raghunatha, no, Tulasi say, I got prasada, special prasada. This Surarita prasada. Very beautiful. Because this, I would say, this not only prema, this is anuraga, or maybe mahabhava contained. So therefore, this mentioned surarita. So Golang also mentioned this is a very, very intimate relationship with Radhika and Manjari, Tulasi, and also same times Mohan and Radhika, or maybe Mohan and Radhika and Manjari. So this Tulasi. So this is very beautiful, and really Anandas Baba mentioned Rashka's feeling, Rashka's words. I was amazed. This is Ati Surarita Laksha. So just I want to share. Radhe.
Be submissive. Krishna wants to be submissive. What means this? Krishna wants to follow what Radhika wants. And this desire he cannot fulfill in Krishna Lila. So he comes as a Chaitanya.
Jai Ho.
Was Manovishtam. See, Chaitanya Manovishtam. This is Manovishtam. How to be more submissive and how to make the goal to love. I never see the Chaitanya Charitamrita Adilila 4 canto. Prabhupada mentioned Radhika is the goal and the subject become Krishna. Whole of life we know that Krishna is the goal and all are the subject of that. But Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela is mentioned, Radhika is the goal and the subject is. That is Manjari Baba. He took the submissiveness to serve Radhika. That is the mood of Chaitanya. Krishna himself comes as Chaitanya. He covers the color of Radhika and mood of Radhika. Should be Adilila. So Krishna wants to relish that submissiveness and to follow, to serve the love, and that is Vrindavan. Out of Vrindavan you will not see this. Out of Vrindavan, Krishna is the goal. We talk about Krishna. But Vrindavan is speciality because she is the queen of Vrindavan and he wants to very submissive and serve to Radhika. Krishna wants to do that. So Supreme, who is the creator of everything, he becomes cowboy. This is the supremacy that he becomes cowboy and gardener to maintain us. This is the beauty of his love and care for giving to us through Brajahampur. Why Prabhupada say, without Vrindavan coming, you not understand. And you need the Rasika association for that. And that is the mercy of God.
I have a question. Yes.
Yeah.
When Krishna appears in the Vrindavan and take that move, the son of Mother Yashoda and Nanda, when he grows up and he performs pastime with the devotees. Does he, through Yoga Maya, does he immediately cover up? He covers up his knowledge that I am the creator. Or does he perform this pastime while at the same time he is aware that everything is mine and I am everything? Or does he completely cover himself and he knows he's a little coward boy?
Yeah. He don't want to think outside. His request to Yoga Maya, if I want to come out, you cover me.
Right. But then when he killed the demon, that's...
Demons he never killed.
Acha. That's Lord Vishnu.
Adilila
That's Lord Vishnu. Acha.
He instructs Vishnu to do that.
Acha. Same matter. It's amazing. Eh?
Without Chaitamrit, we cannot
understand that. It's inconceivable how the Lord forced himself to forget himself.
Yeah.
Inconceivable.
He forget himself to learn the love from the Brajavasis.
To relish that
learn love the Brajavasis. This is
amazing.
I want to show you, we are very lucky that Rupa Raghunath, who make the biggest school,
Hare Krishna.
He is here. He is also Prabhupada devotee.
No, that we are all...
And he has a distribution of Prem Prasad. And he is inspired to do that. He is a great service he is doing in his school. So many things he creates for the service in Vrindavan.
Wow. Beautiful. Wonderful.
Anyone who would come to Vrindavan, he knows about his school. What is the name of the school? Sandipani Muni School.
It's only by the mercy of Sadhu Maharaj.
No.
Or
It's a mercy of you. You give some place to me in your lotus feet. That I can.
Now I want to know I should close my ear and run when I hear that.
Yes. He is great. He is doing so many services. And his friend also here, he is also from Italy. So nice. So this is our Gaudiya Siddhanta. We are what is the Samarpitam Unnatujjal Rasa Bhakti Shriyam. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, what is the line? Samarpitam, I remember this line. Samarpitam. Mahaprabhu Samarpitam. Sri Krishna Chaitanya. I remember first line. I remember. I remember this because I like this. Samarpitam. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Samarpitam. He offered himself. Bhakti Unnat Ujjwal Rasa. That is Bhaulasa. Bhakti Shriya is the highest. That is the Manovishtam of Chaitanya. How to be a Radhadas. This is the traditional our Gaudiya version. How to be a Radhadas. Without Radhika knowing, you cannot be close to Krishna. Prabhupada gave name Krishna consciousness. Right?
Krishna consciousness.
What? Who is Krishna consciousness? What is what? Who is Radhika? Always think 24/7 Krishna. He didn't leave. Page 4, you remember, see, Sarup and Sarup Siddhi. Sarup is my constitutional position. Soul is Sarup.
Yes.
And Sarup Siddhi, do I fix it? That is the goal of all. External activities are nothing. And this comes by relation, 5 relations. In Bhagavad Gita, you can see this. Totally run out. He's indirectly advising us to have to.
Only Gaudiya Vaishnava have access to the ultimate perfection.
That is true. Modern one is traditional. Pure. Maharaj, what is the name of the Maharaj? Manidhi Maharaj. He said there are two. One is modern, they modern it. And one is traditional. The traditional they practice. Modern they keep up to Krishna.
Yes.
Because these two realize.
Modern means ISKCON. Modern means ISKCON.
Because they cannot go deep in the light.
Yeah.
It's very deep for them.
Good point. Modern and traditional. Manidhi Swami, he knows what is
very well. How many days you will stay?
Until Friday. Then I'm going to take darshan of Govindaji in Jaipur and then back to
It's so fun. Managing is also good.
So summertime, I came for some meeting.
How good going?
Very good. But, if I don't come every few months, then things start to... So I need to come to the Shanti Kari if you chale jaye.
चलता चाहिए गाड़ी चलती
अच्छा अभी holiday, so आना जाना.
Yeah. What is in your garden?
Some asparagus.
अच्छा is there?
Asparagus ज़्यादा नहीं होता. अभी बरसात आएगा फिर आएगा.
अच्छा.
And now too early. Maybe after a month too. Yes. Kale. I got a lot of seeds for kale and beans, kale.
No corn.
Corn? No, corn vegan. Swiss chard, kale, fennel.
Yeah, sorry. You want to say something more? Yeah. Read 1-2 lines. You like to listen more? 1-2 lines? How busy you are?
I can't get your darshan. I'm sorry I bumped in the middle of your class. No. It was nice for me to also hear.
1-2 lines, listen. Vilapa Kusumanjali. Good.
Now comes a quote from Radha Rasa Sudhanidhi. It's Radha Rasa Sudhanidhi verse 2. Yasya kadapi vasananchala kelanota danyati danya pavanena kritartamani. We want Sri Radha's superiority, but that does not make Shyam inferior. Rather, it brings his superiority to the limit. When Bilva Mangal describes the beauty of Krishna's eyes in Krishna Kanamrita verse 13, he says, Krishna's eyes have acquired fullness through love. They became the abode of beauty. They are charming at every step, and they are novel every day. Sri Krishna Das Kaviraj writes in his Saranga Rangada commentary on this verse that Krishna's eyes are so beautiful because they taste the rasa of Sri Radha's love for him. Sri Krishna says in Chaitanya Charitamrita, although the mirror of Radha's true love is completely clear, its clarity still increases at every moment. There is also no cessation to the increase of my sweetness, which shines in ever new forms in front of this mirror. I want to see your submissive lover anointed with the lac dye of your lotus soles, of your foot soles. Bhishma Dev, an Aishwarya Upasaka, one who meditates on Krishna in his divine prowess, was able, by the blessing of his father, to choose the time of his own death, and he waited until he could see Krishna in his viraras, heroic mood, before he died. He says in Srimad Bhagavata 1.9.34, may my mind be fixed on Sri Krishna, the Supreme Self, whose hair was flowing as it was grayed by the dust thrown up by the hooves of the horses during the battle, whose face was adorned by sweat drops, and who enjoyed being pierced by my sharp arrows. In the same way, the Manjaris want to meditate on Sri Radhika in a particular way. The Manjaris always desire to see the most enchanting couple moistened with sweat drops of exhaustion of their erotic battle, their dresses and ornaments loosened. The perfection of the eyes is to see the subdued hero and the independent heroine whose luster defeats the pride of golden-colored turmeric. Tulasi says, please mark me with the footlag which was applied to your foot soles by your dedicated and submissive hero.
Yeah.
Sri Raghunath shows great longing for devotional service. Charana Kamala Sevam Hakada Dasyasi Tvam. Oh, when will you give me the devotional service of your lotus feet? Devotion means service. Bhaj ityesha vaidatu sevayam parikirtiha. Devotional service is everything for a loving devotee. The pleasure of the Savior, the worshipped, is the target of such service, not one's personal pleasure. So the pleasure of the Savior is the target of such service, not one's personal pleasure. In Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, it is written, the highest devotion is that devotion which is favorable to Krishna. Sri Jiva Goswami writes the following commentary on this verse. Favorable means something is pleasing to Krishna. It is prescribed by the scriptures, and that's why I'm doing it. but I have no idea of my beloved deity, if my beloved deity enjoys it or not. This is not the way of Raganuga Bhakti. When the beloved deity responds within my heart, saying, I am enjoying and relishing your devotional service, then I will know that my service is a success. In the book Bhaktamal, it is described that Sri Banki Bihariji passed over Haridas Swami's Raja Bhoga, luxurious noontime offering, in favor of the simple fried chickpeas that were offered by Jagannathi Madhav. It's also known from Chaitanya Charitamrita. It is also known that Sakshi Gopal asked the queen of Orissa to place a pearl in his nose. This is not the worship of the indifferent. It is the worship of lovers. This religion of love is completely devoid of any kind of deceit. Dharma Projita Kaitavaha from Srimad Bhagavatam. And there, in the quote it is written, relinquishing all kinds of cheating religion. Love makes one forget pleasures, for all kinds of personal pleasure is cheating. But this is not so easy to give up. And therefore, Srila Premananda Thakur has said in his Mana Shiksha 90, O mind, you just don't understand. You say that you are beyond the Vedic regulations, but you perform forbidden activities. When I see this, I see your very essence. You call liberation a luxurious distraction and have thrown it far away. Give me a hint so that I can understand this truth. Fleeting, useless riches are always desirable, and you are going mad thinking about it day and night. You outwardly perform rituals without desire for gain, but you are not able to free yourself from the same. In your speech, you are detached from the material world. Who you call my everything is the same everything you give only a lousy banyan leaf to. And you think that it is yours to give? And you think that it is yours to give? You say, I worship Vrindavan, but you are happily staying at home. You love all exterior trappings. You are satisfied with praise, but are engaged when insulted, but are enraged when insulted. How did you manage to destroy the happiness of your soul? You say that you follow the gopis, but what do you understand about the meaning of that? You can't let go of your nature one iota. You get pleasure seeing the face of material nature, a woman who swallows you whole. Listen, says Premananda. If you think about it, it's all a ball of confusion. What is to be gained by listening or flapping your mouth? Always chant Hari Hari while you traverse the path of love, and you will surely be cleansed of all impurities. The pure devotee bathes in his tears of love when he chants the holy name, and the beloved deity stays close by to relish this. What an incomparable service! Bhaktera prema shesta deki Krishnera chamatkara. from Chaitanya Charitamrita. Even Krishna is astonished when he sees the loving activities of his devotees. With my eyes, I will see your form, and with my ears, I will hear your flute. I am unworthy. I will never get to see Radha and Krishna. Devotional greed will never allow such despair to come. The beauty of the path of sacred passion is that it makes one transcend the considerations of worthiness or unworthiness. The loving devotee will think, if you don't respond, then who will lift me up? If I could just slightly dedicate my life to your service, then I would be blessed. She will make me understand what is favorable and what is unfavorable. When the loving devotee has been separated from his beloved deity for a long time, yearning for his darshan, he starts thinking, maybe the Lord is just not pleased with me. The Goswamis taught the world by example. One day, Srila Rupa Goswami thought, I could not get Vrindavaneshwari's, Radhika's mercy. Then what is the use of my body? He closed the door of his cottage and sat down. But at twilight time, someone called him, saying, Baba, open the door. I have come. Srimati Radharani had personally come to his door with a pitcher of milk on her head, dressed like a cowherd girl. Sri Rupa knew the girl. He begged food from her parents' house sometimes, but she looked so extraordinary sweet this time. The girl said, Baba, why didn't you come to our house today for Madhukari, collecting alms? Sri Rupa Goswami said, Lali, little girl, I'm not coming anymore. The girl said, why? What happened? Sri Rupa Goswami said, if my beloved goddess does not bestow her mercy upon me, then what's the use of maintaining this body still? The girl said, Who said you that don't get the mercy? Who said you that don't get the mercy? It is her mercy that you can live here in Vrindavan. Drink some milk and come for Madhukari again from tomorrow. Only if you remain in physical health, you can do bhajan after all. After saying this, the girl left, and Sri Rupa was enchanted by her charming movements and thought, who is this amazing girl? Meanwhile, by Radharani's arrangement, Srila Sanatana Goswami came by to find out how Rupa Goswami, who was his disciple, how Rupa Goswami's bhajan was going. Sri Rupa had already planned to offer some milk to Sri Sanatana Prabhu. So he offered him the milk which was handed to him by the wonderful cowherd girl. But when Sanatana Goswami simply smelled the fragrance of the milk, he fainted of ecstatic love. Later, when he heard from Rupa Goswami where the milk came from, Sanatan told him, Rupa, she, Srimati Radhika, she is the embodiment of great compassion. Will you make her toy like this? Sri Rupa understood Sanatana Goswami's purport and decided to resume his practice of Madhukari. Srila Raghunatha Dasa says, I will not request you for these blessed marks. You will spontaneously print them on me, being satisfied with my service. You will say, Tulasi, Come, I need you. Your kicks with the food are a sign that you are satisfied with me. You don't just kick everyone like that. How intense is this feeling of mineness when Sri Radhika says, you are mine, and that will be concealed by the kinkari saying, I am yours. The maidservant is exclusively surrendered to her Swamini, like a flower that was never even smelled by any honeybee. Praneshwari gives a service of her lotus feet by saying, Tulasi, come. My necklace is broken. Restring it. My tilak has faded away. Put it back on. And so on. Agnaya Koribo Seva Charanara Vinda. Being ordered, I will serve Radha and Krishna's lotus feet. Narottama Dasa Thakur. Sri Raghunatha Das Goswami prays. Take me as your marked servant. I want to serve your lotus feet. How eager he is to serve the embodiment of ecstatic love. Suddenly, he gets a vision of a wonderful, gradual service that will commence from the next verse. Shri Rasika Chandra Dasa sings, O you, whose golden luster steals the pride of turmeric scratched by the nails. How beautiful your lotus feet are with their shining reddish footlock. When will you print the auspicious marks of your foot soles on my arm, making it nicely marked while I serve your lotus feet? This maidservant anxiously prays at your feet. Please fulfill my desire. When will you give me the treasure of the service of your lotus feet that is dearer to me than my life? Don't let me down. When will you give me that service? I do not want anything else. Here ends the verse 17 from Sri Vilapa Kusumanjali.
Radhe Radhe Go